Arsenal are out. I repeat, Arsenal are out of the Europa League Semi-Finals. Arsenal players couldn't even score a single goal against Unai Emery's Villarreal in the second leg of the Europa League Semi-Finals at the Emirates Stadium. We just had one shot on target. I did mention in my match preview yesterday that our home form has been terrible. Hey Arsenal fans, welcome back to Let's Talk Arsenal. I'm your host Dushyant. You can follow me up on Twitter at WatchANoob, Instagram at dushyant.watchanoop. Links are in the description down below. And on today's show, I'll be doing the match analysis, Arsenal player ratings for yesterday's. Let's get the show started. Before we talk about the match, Mikel Arteta should be sacked. I mean, there are no two ways about it. No PR, no explanations, no excuses, nothing. I mean, if it was another big club like Juventus or Chelsea or Man City or Manchester United, it had already been announced that the manager and the club has parted ways, not Arsenal. Arsenal are now a mid-table club, unfortunately, because we performed like one yesterday. We were playing with fear. Mikel Arteta won't be sacked because the owners, as you know, the Cronkies and the management don't know how to replace Mikel Arteta and who to replace him with, because they don't have an iota of an idea to replace him with. Mikel Arteta won't be sacked. In short, we have an inexperienced first-time manager in the face of Mikel Arteta, inexperienced management in the form of Edu and Vinay, incapable owners in the form of Cronkies, and average squad players that are on high wages that aren't underperforming for the whole season. I mean, let's talk some match analysis, and Mikel Arteta has to take some serious blame for today's match because he again tried to experiment with his playing 11. He chose a 4-1-4-1 formation. We started and played that first half of yesterday night's match against Villarreal with fear. It looked like all the players were playing with fear in their feet because we were sloppy in possession all over the place. I mean, for example, Bellerin, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Saka. I mean, all these important players that are in the team playing 11 were all stricken by fear and weren't passing the ball and losing possession again and again. What a poor performance by all of the guys. Only one or two players stand out from the yesterday night's performances. We were pressing the opposition with no plan or structure behind it. We were just pressing the opposition for the sake of it. It wasn't like that we had some sort of plan to press and close out the opposition or take them in a sort of a corner and win the ball back. Aubameyang did came close twice in the first half, and one was like a volley that hit the post, and the second was shot that Villarreal's goalkeeper literally missed, and it was trickling inside the Villarreal's goal. And from these two chances, we didn't create that many chances in the first half. And the second half started. We looked very threatening, but again, we only had couple of chances to showcase the threat we carried. One was like Smith Rowe's chip shot that went very close to the goal, and another was Aubameyang's header that hit the post again. It really create any more chances. So, I mean, you are kidding yourself if you think that by creating just 3 or 4 chances and taking them, you can go to the Europa League Finals. I mean, that's just kiddish and foolish to think that. In short, we didn't deserve to go to the Europa League Finals on the basis of the 2-leg performances that we don't. Get me started on what Arteta did later on. I mean, there was 10 minutes left and we needed a goal. Arteta brought on Willian instead of Aubameyang. I mean, Aubameyang was the guy that was looking threatening and came close to scoring a goal for us twice, hitting the post. What does Arteta do? Arteta brings his favorite player, Willian, on the pitch to help us score a goal. Bringing on Willian should be a sackable offense in itself, in my opinion. Let's get on to the player ratings for Arsenal versus Villarreal. Leno, 6 out of 10. I mean, he was pretty decent, made good saves, but again, his kicking and his distribution out from the back or playing from the back really gets me nervous. He really struggles from playing from the back. For Bellerin, 4 out of 10. I mean, my God, Bellerin, what were you doing, man? I really hoped that previous performance against Newcastle might have, in your brain to go and perform. I think Bellerin should be sold this summer. And Holding gets 5 out of 10. I mean, it's very clear when Holding plays and David Luiz plays for us. It's one of the reasons why we struggle to play out from the back. Pablo Mari was the one that stood out the most in the center back partnership. He gets a 6 out of 10. He was the one trying those diagonal balls, making the passes, winning those headers. Kieran Tierney, he did started this match. He did came in place of Xhaka, who had an injury during warm up. So Kieran Tierney had to replace Granit Xhaka. I mean, Tierney gets a 6 out of 10. I mean, he did a pretty well job, seeing that he was just coming in after such a long time. Let's move on to Thomas Partey. Oh my God, man. Partey, what's been going on with you? He was pretty poor and terrible this match. I mean, 5 out of 10. Maybe I should give him a 4 out of 10. I don't know. He was pretty poor. I mean, Villarreal targeted him, knowing that he was the lone player in the pivot for Arsenal in the midfield. Saka, again, a poor performance by his standards. Saka gets a 4 or 5. Let's go with 5 out of 10 to Odegaard. Again, man, since he came back from that injury that he picked up in that unnecessary international, matches, he hasn't been the same. I mean, his touch, his passing has been off. He hasn't had that same skills, that same authority, that same composure that he had. Odegaard gets a 4 out of 10 for this match. Let's get on to Smith Rowe. I mean, Smith Rowe was the one out of the... Smith Rowe should be at least somewhat proud that he was trying make things happen. Smith Rowe gets 6 out of 10 for this match. To Nicolas Pepe, he was decent. 6 out of 10 for him as well, because he was threatening player for Arsenal. He was trying to make things happen. Aubameyang, 6 out of 10 for him as well, because he did came close with 2 shots hitting the post. I mean, how unlucky one can get. Aside from that, he was pretty anonymous the whole game. Mikel Arteta for this match get 4 out of 10. It's simple as that. Mikel Arteta should be sacked. I mean, he experimented with a formation that we don't have the players for it. Thomas Partey in the midfield all alone in a lone pivot, and he experimented yet again in a Europa League Semi-Finals against Villarreal. The referee, my God, the referee was terrible. I mean, what a poor referee. He was giving fouls left, center, right to Villarreal players like he didn't have any clue. I'll be giving the referee 3 out of 10. I just don't know where Arsenal as a football club will go now. We are 10th in the league. We don't have any European competition next season. I don't know when we'll be back. Where are we going, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Arsenal are now a mid-table team club? Is that the new reality of Arsenal Football Club? Because we have players that are on huge wages, high wages, and are underperforming. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit this like button. Comment down below on what you guys think we should do. Should we replace the manager? Should we replace the players? I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, I think it will be the Arsenal preview for the next match preview. So let's hope we get through this troubled time. Peace.